I don't know about you, but I was subscribed to the belief that I'm always going to bet on myself. Always. And in my life, the times that I bet on myself, it's paid off. That's not me trying to blow smoke. I mean, it's the human spirit. When somebody tells us, prove you can do something, well, then it's within our nature to prove that we can do the thing that the person's asking us to do. Congratulations to Dak Prescott, who was continually asked to bet on himself. Because of it, he's now the beneficiary of a brand spanking new 4-year, $160 million contract, 126 of the 160 fully guaranteed, with $66 million due at signing. A lot of numbers, a lot of things being thrown out. All that matters is that you get a franchise quarterback at the going rate for a franchise quarterback. You don't have to care about the numbers or get bogged down by any of that stuff. All that matters here is that the Dak Prescott contract discussions are kaput. It's all done. At least, for the next 3 years. Consider hitting like or subscribe because I post videos on your Dallas Cowboys. And today's video is brought to you by betonline.ag. Betonline.ag is your online sportsbook experts. Now, whether you like this deal, hate this deal, love this deal, whatever, as a Cowboys fan, you're going to benefit from this deal. Because the Cowboys have locked up one of the 5-10 best quarterbacks in the National Football League, at least for the next 3 seasons. And as the cap increases over those 3 seasons, so too will his cap hit. Dak set a career record for passing in 2019 and was on pace to set the all-time record for passing in 2020. He had 1,800 passing yards through 5 starts, which was on pace at 371 yards a game for nearly 6,000 yards passing. Peyton Manning broke the record in 2013 with 5,400 yards. Dak was put up 371 per game last season before the injury took place. So just imagine the possibilities with the offensive firepower that the Cowboys now have under contract and Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore at the helm, and that's what this is all about. We wondered when the Cowboys were dragging their feet on a Dak Prescott deal why you'd lock up Zeke Elliott long-term, why you'd lock up Amari Cooper long-term, why you'd do those contracts, and for some reason not do the contract of your quarterback. So now the Cowboys are loaded here on offense. And that's the thing that I think a lot of people are missing from last season. The Cowboys were rolling on offense with Andy Dalton at quarterback by the end of the year. That's how much firepower there is along this offense, and that's the potential of this offense with Mike McCarthy as the head coach and Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. We can look back on this miserable last season and look at the injuries and the disappointments and think Cowboys are so far off from winning a Super Bowl. But the reality of the situation is the Cowboys aren't as far off as they may have looked throughout the course of this season, especially given what they've got coming back on offense. And that's what this contract is all about. In fact, it's what every contract is all about. Contracts shouldn't be paid for what you've done. It should be what you're going to do. And at 27 years old, Dak Prescott still has a lot more to do, and there's no reason to think that he can't do it based on the growth that he's already shown. Now the Cowboys need to turn their attention and focus this offseason into fixing that defense. And it doesn't need to be a complete overhaul, right? We've talked about this ad nauseum. They don't need to have an all-star lineup on the defensive side of the football. They just need to not be the worst defense in the history of the Cowboys organization. That's it. If they can do that and just be average next year defensively, then this team can win a Super Bowl. Think about that. The Cowboys decide to spend a little bit of money in free agency and kill it in the draft, then there's no reason to think this team can't win a Super Bowl. It took the Cowboys 3 years to finally get this deal done. Better late than never. Some Cowboys fans assuredly still disappointed that a deal gets done. Many didn't know and weren't sure if Dak Prescott is the guy. And there are still a lot of people watching this right now that aren't sure of it. But who can be? Right? There's only one sure thing at quarterback in the NFL, and that's Patrick Mahomes. But not every quarterback is Patrick Mahomes. And so you really have to ask yourself with your quarterback, can my guy lead us to a Super Bowl? Do I have the type of quarterback that if he doesn't have this great offensive line, if he doesn't have a great receiving core, if he doesn't have great running backs, if he doesn't have a great defense, can he do enough to make up for inadequacies in other parts of the football team? course, we don't have a complete answer to that question with Dak Prescott. But if you've watched his ascension over the course of his career so far, I wouldn't bet against him. Consider hitting like or subscribe and ring the bell if you're feeling frisky, because I post Cowboys videos. And shout out to my sponsor, betonline.ag, your online sportsbook experts.